Hey, and welcome back to the Dice Tower for Crowdsurfing.
Ooh.
I am Camilla.
I am Joey.
I'm Mike.
Hey. Yes, so we are in the middle of our winter spectacular here, but we're doing our crowdsurfing at a different time. First thing in the morning.
I'm
all
really
pepped
tired.
and ready to go. That's
Good
where I was
meal
going.
last night. Went to bed
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
You did?
Did.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good.
Good meal.
Big meal.
I'm going to refrain from discussing Joey's meal against every fiber of my being.
A lot of judgment.
As there should have been.
Yes.
It was deserved. Yeah, so here we go. Crowdsurfing. In this show, we are, first of all, sponsored by Gamefound. We're taking a look at some projects that are on crowdfunding right now, games that want to be made. They're trying to come to fruition.
That makes me sad.
Yeah.
These games want to be made.
They just want to be made, Joey.
Wanna
Back
be
them
made,
all.
right?
That
You
are
know?
$5 or under.
I will.
And it's in all of our hands, whether they get made or not.
That's right.
true.
With
It's up to
great
you,
power
good
comes
people.
great responsibility
This is
and great credit card bills.
quoting Geico and Spider-Man.
Yeah, so thanks for Gamefound for that. And before we jump into the projects that we're looking at right now, let's take a look at one from Tom. With Tom?
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at Foxpaw, a magical worker placement board game. This is from Godot Games. They are the folks who brought us Among Cultists, which is a game in which you were trying to figure out who was the cultist among you. This is a very different game here. In this game, you're going to be one of several different magical houses here, and it's a wizard placement game with Prisoner's Dilemma and resource management. So you have one of these different schools here, and by the way, there is an expansion coming with it too called Lost Roots expansion. And you're going to pick one of 4 different houses, and then you're going to start doing things. Go to school. I like this. You can go to bed early, that's me, or enjoy adventures at the Midnight Carnival. Oh man, I want to go to the carnival. And there's all different sorts of things that you're going to be able to do here as you go to your magical school. And the other thing is that you're able to do is you can start cheating. There's like negative things that you can do that will help you out but could get you in trouble. Spy on things in the teacher's room. Bribe the teacher. Switch duelists. But then you might become a villain if you do that. So this game is going to be on Gamefound in just under a month. So you can check it out. It's going to come with some full-size wands and these different kinds of cultist magicians. Here's the board. So check it out. This is Foxpaw, a magical worker placement game coming to you soon on Gamefound.
All right, so let's jump in here. First up, we have.
Huh? Ah,
He's new on
Yes.
the stream deck. I was
Let's
going to do
talk
that at
about-
the end.
Oh.
No, spoilers. Gosh, you guys take
Yeah.
all the fun out
Who
of my
was
job.
running the computer today?
spoilers, people. We're in the
Jeez.
middle of the winter spectacular.
Boulder Buff.
Boulder Bluff.
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 Boulder
I
Bluff.
think Boulder
This-
Buff is an entirely different game.
This
It's
game
an
is,
entirely different activity.
That's not safe for work.
game
All
is
right.
gorgeable.
All right. Come on. It's going to be a word. It's going to be a thing. All right. So this can be a card game, right?
Yep.
It's a card game. It's a climbing themed card game.
Looks like kind of push your luck as far as like, it's very odd the way you like try to push your luck bluffing style.
Right.
Game.
Well, I think they have bluffing, and didn't they call it the anti-bluff? There's also an
anti-bluff.
anti-bluff,
Yes,
which I think is a brand new thing
Yeah, it's
that
like-
doesn't exist.
It's like anti-clockwise.
Yes. Yeah, so what it really looks like is a relatively simple card game,
It
right?
does.
Where you are either prepping for a climb or you're going on, I think, one of 3 different routes.
Right.
But I think that it's really mostly like a hand management game is what I get out of it. I do like that you can draw a chalk token.
That was
I've
my
never
favorite
seen
one.
that before.
No.
You know, a token of chalk.
Because
but
we climbers put that on our hands.
on the hands,
when we
yeah,
climb.
right, when you climb with your coffee mug. The only thing I'm not thrilled about with that is that it's just a random, hey, you're doing better or you're doing worse. I don't know if that's how chalk works.
No.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I want to put this chalk on. Oh no, I'm slipping now. With
Oh,
the,
no,
with-
that was
with
my
the chalk.
Vaseline.
I don't quite. Or anti-bluff. by
There
pulling
it
them into a
is.
climb you think that they have no chance on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because that ties into the, I guess, kind of follow mechanism of it, right? You go
Yeah.
on this climb, and then everybody else gets a chance to go on to it as well if they want, and then whoever has the highest total gets it.
I like the idea of bluffing people into going onto a climb that they're going to fail.
You're like, hey,
Let's go mountain
Hey.
climbing, Joey. Try that one. that's the beginner rock.
You down by where you were, did you?
Joey falls down 3/4 of the way through. Ah! I knew it.
I'm never climbing again.
Yeah. No, I mean, to me, this looks.
It's a bit of a passion project.
That's the kind way of putting that. It's maybe a little, I don't know, in between. Some of the art I think is not bad. Others I think it just kind of is like, it kind of looks maybe a little too DIY, but it's a unique theme. There are not a lot of mountain climbing, not like rock climbing, not mountain climbing necessarily, but rock climbing games. So I don't know. There'll be some people I think that are very interested based on the theme alone.
I do really appreciate this theme, this again, kind of passion. You can tell that they are climbers and they know, and they also want a game to go with it. I like that niche within a niche kind of feel to it.
Anti-niche.
Anti-niche. Mm-hmm. All right. Next up is Trickadee, a trick-taking flock building card game.
So I looked through and I'm like, you know what? Mike will have more to say about this. So
I made it to right here. Trickadee, a trick-take. Oh, I'm done.
Well, I was reading, I was like, this looks very unique. I'm like, well, I'm not going to say it's unique until Mike tells me if it's unique.
Well, based on the page, it's unique. It definitely says. So I'm not going to. I think it looks good. Like I would like to play this game.
Okay.
The one thing, and I wish I was struggling to remember which game it was, but kind of what they're saying is like the big kind of hook in this game is how the follow mechanism works, where basically there's lead suit, right? If you have a card of the lead suit, you have to follow, which is a standard trick-taking procedure. However, if you don't have a card of the lead suit, then you can play any card, which is also not unique. But the hook is now later players in that round can play any of the suits that have been played, right?
In that round.
Right. So in other words,
like
someone led red.
Yeah.
The next player had red, so they had to play it. The next player didn't have red, they played yellow. That next player after them can play red or yellow. Okay? There is absolutely another game that does that exact thing.
Okay.
I wish I could remember. For the life of me, I cannot remember.
I'm back in.
You print and play of card games.
I'm sorry, I distracted him.
lot
That
of
one's on me. I
Anyway,
apologize.
It's a neat idea, but it has been done before. There is another trick-taking game I've played that does the exact same thing. I cannot remember the name of it for the life of me. It's a Japanese trick-taking game. But this, I like the look of it. I'm ambivalent to the theme. I don't care about the theme. But yeah, I absolutely would play this game.
The one thing that got me is like that switching suits, but then they said, here's the order on who wins. And it was first, second. I had to do that a couple times to figure out.
Wait, where is that?
Wait, what?
Oh, you mean, the way the
I think
resolution
it's
works.
higher than that. The
Higher?
resolution is very odd.
It's
Oh, they showed it.
you don't
Maybe I lied.
necessarily
a
you don't
different
necessarily win by playing the highest
No.
card. Yeah.
It was very.
It's and I know that people have talked about the idea that there's a whole bunch of trick-taking games that are coming on the market now because they're hot, and now the idea is we have to do something that's weird and wacky to stand out.
Right.
And oftentimes it doesn't work. Right. It's like, oh, that's new, but is it fun?
Is there a
Is
point
it too complex?
it's going to be too overcomplicated?
100%.
Back out.
Yeah. I've played some trick-taking games. I'm just like, yeah, you know what? This is more trouble than it's worth.
There's
Okay,
two
so
nuanced,
I don't know if
maybe?
this is
Okay.
that, but
Okay. Huh. All right. Next up, Last Aurora, Frostlands and Firelands. So this is not just a reprint. This is a reworking of Frostlands and then bringing Firelands into it,
okay.
right? Me?
You tell me.
Okay,
You're
me? Okay, yes, that was
you're
a
the
true
expert.
statement.
You and Z are the Last Aurora experts.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Last Aurora. I know you weren't because of the combat in it, right? You found
Right,
it
but
to
I think
be
that's
too.
been addressed,
It
right?
is, yes. It says a new combat, a completely reworked combat system. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to get many details from this specifically on how it's reworked, so I don't know if it would
Just trust him.
address the randomness that you were, took issue with. But it has been completely reworked, it said. And so these are standalone on their own, but you can also combine them to make like a mixed map.
Ooh, Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice.
Oh.
Yeah, so in Last Aurora, you're trying to make it to the Aurora, so it's a race. And then Firelands, you're trying to make it to a cave or something like that. So a little bit different. This one deals with like electrical storms and stuff, whereas this is like the land is frozen and you're being attacked and trying to get out.
You remember Ice Road Truckers?
Yes.
That was so hot for a while. No one's talking about Ice Road Truckers anymore.
And they're still doing it.
Yeah, right? Every day there's someone driving a truck on ice somewhere.
Without a camera on them.
Unfortunately.
That's sad.
So this has the Ice Road Truckers look. But yeah.
I really like this too, just as a campaign in general, how they list the components and the things you can get. And then they have this, do you have the old one? And they tell you what will and won't work. Like, you need this, you don't need this. This is fully compatible except for this. Some of the cards, they are doing an upgrade pack if you have the first. And they go over, this is what you can use from that. This is what it's going to replace.
Yeah.
We're not replacing. There's at one point they talk about one of the cards that they're replacing. If it's just a symbol change, they're not replacing those just to keep the cost down.
I got you.
So it's like, hey, and they give an example of like, this is what the old one is. This is what the new one is, right there. If you're happy with that, then it's you can see just the symbols 2 stars instead of 2 stars. And they're like, we're not replacing that card for you. If that bothers you, get the new one. If it doesn't, just upgrade.
Yeah, there's a lot of times that there are projects like this which are like upgrades, changes, and new stuff. And a lot of times there's complaints that the original backers of the games are not being taken care of, so to speak.
Right.
You couldn't say that about this. They're basically saying, hey, we've got multiple ways for you to get the most up-to-date version of the game. So I like that they're doing that.
Yeah, and I like that, it's I think a decent price point, for an upgrade pack and really to kind of refresh the game. So this is a game I already really like, and I'm interested to see what it's going to be reworked into. So
I'd like to play it.
All right.
You would like it, I think, Joey.
I think so. I really think
It's
so.
very gritty, which I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gritty.
It was really gritty.
It's gritty.
I'm in. So far in.
It's gritty ice.
Greedy eyes.
Speaking of gritty.
Knitting circle. So this is kind of a follow-up to Calico.
Yeah, it's in the Calico world.
And
again, they keep taunting us. They keep taunting us by putting non-Calicos on the covers.
I imagine Tom living in this world, the Calico world.
Right. Yeah, Tom is the mayor of Cat Town. So this is looking simpler.
It is.
Yes.
It's looking more where Calico was restrictive, right? And some people love that element of it. I don't mind it, actually.
I despise it.
Of course. This looked like it's addressing that issue and saying, hey, this is not restrictive.
Right.
This looks like it's even lighter than Calico.
I got that feeling as well, and I definitely felt like you were saying it's not as restrictive. There's multiple options. There's ways of drawing randomly from the bag or shuffling through the bag and picking the tile you want. So I appreciated that flexibility that I think was missing in Calico.
Mike Heller, I understand that a Calico is a type of quilt. I don't care. Put a Calico on the box.
And don't put a cat on it, too.
Right. No, I honestly, I think this looks... for Calico is a game that people that certain people are very attracted to because of the theme, the look of it, but the gameplay can be pretty kind of punishing.
Yeah.
And so I think this would address those gamers that love the theme, that love the look, but don't love feeling like they're really restricted.
Yeah, they call this one in the video. They made a point to talk about it. It's the cozy, kind of game, and I think that this definitely has that feel. By no means would I ever put Calico in cozy.
Yeah, I think the ratio of cozy versus non-cozy in the text of this is remarkably high. Right? It's like every third word is cozy.
Cozy.
Well, if anything's cozy, it's the quilting game. It looked good. I'd play. I don't hate Calico. It's one of those that you bring out.
Yeah, I like Calico.
No, you leave it on the shelf.
If you're not playing it, doesn't belong on the shelf.
I got Tom being censored in the chat. All right.
Oh my gosh. Next up we have Vestige. Vestige? Vestige,
Yep.
not Vestige, yeah.
Not Vestige.
Ooh,
Okay.
that sounds even better. Let's call it Vestige.
No.
In France, they call it Vestige.
Because there's not an EI, right?
You can
Okay.
get it Target.
Let us all play Vestige.
Vestige. This is coming from Orange Nebula, who's known for Unsettled.
But mostly
and also
for Vindication. Yeah.
which this is kind of not quite a follow-up, but they do make a point to saying it has some of the
Same
similar
universe
elements,
thing?
right?
If you've played, I think, same universe, sure. Let's just call it the same universe.
going to.
It's
Why
the same
wouldn't they?
universe as Calico. It's the same. No, this. If you've played Vindication, I have not played this, but if you've played Vindication and you're looking at this project, you see that this is basically a slimmed down, quicker version of Vindication.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be emphasizing slightly different things, but I was kind of, I don't want to say skeptical, but I was curious as to why are they doing a whole new game that is basically a riff off of Vindication. But the more I've looked into it, the more I feel like, okay, this is definitely a viable thing because it's going to give you some of the feels, but it doesn't have like as much of the kind of card play it looks like. It looks like it's just a simpler version of that game. It's basically, you know, a resource management using the color wheel type of a thing, but it's just,
Okay.
you know, the 3 primary colors here.
Which
I mean,
are?
not the 3, but 3 of the primary colors, and then
Black, white,
some of the secondary colors. Yeah, you've got puce. You've got burnt sienna in there. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I am intrigued by this, and I like the all-in bundle is very expensive.
Oh, my
But you can
goodness.
get
$194.
you can get the kind of the deluxe, the swanky
The
version of the
swanky.
game.
I love that they're calling it the
Right.
swanky edition.
for $79.
amazing.
And
That
that's
surprised
That's
me.
very reasonable, right? So
Look at those tokens, those acrylic.
yeah, the acrylic, and those are in the swanky
Yeah,
edition.
that is one thing that I think Orange Nebula does really well is their
Swanky.
components. Swank.
Yeah.
They swank real well.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they know how to swank.
They
There's no
Have
question
you
about
played
that.
Vindication?
Yes, a number of times. I do like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the color comboing confusing?
I mean, there's no way to answer
you're
this
trying
without
not to call me
sounding,
stupid,
Yeah,
aren't
there's no
you?
way to answer without sounding like a big
mean-
snob. But I mean, basically, if you look at it, they show it to you right there.
Yeah.
It's like the secondary color is between the primary
Okay.
colors. So
So you fall. I mean, it becomes smooth pretty quickly. I mean,
Very.
yes, I know how to mix colors, and
Yeah,
that doesn't.
yeah.
Okay.
What if
Yeah.
someone didn't say know how to mix colors?
if you didn't know
Or
how
no
to mix
primary colors.
right? Or know what a color was,
Right, yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
that person I would.
Would they still enjoy this game?
I'm going to say yes because they're going to enjoy whatever they're doing.
There
we
Right, right.
Okay. Back in. I mean,
You're going to
my
hand
friend
them
is back in.
right. You're going to hand them a set of keys, and they'll be playing with the keys while other people are playing the game.
I do like keys.
All right, 101 shops and items. So this is going to be a companion book for RPGs, right?
Okay. I get made fun of for buying too many print plays.
I was saying that was a question mark. Like, right? That's what this is.
I buy so many of these for like they're fun to read, little ideas that come. I mean, this type of stuff. We were in D&D for my daughter, and she loves going to stores. So buying just random stuff for her house that she doesn't even have. It's just
Yeah.
This type
Interesting.
of stuff is very neat.
I don't really know what to show you on this page.
Yeah,
Sorry,
because
let me
there's
show
not
you.
much, yeah.
Oh,
It's
There's nothing to see on this page.
not much.
He's like
we're
trust.
just going to mute this and just play his video.
Mike does not trust him.
All right, back to the page. Just kidding.
No, so look, for people that are into role-playing games, sure, this is cool. It's basically like, I know I want to have some shops in this, particular campaign. I don't want to waste time coming up with this stuff. It's already done, and I can go with it. My concern, and again, between the
jerk.
color thing and what I'm doing here, I'm going to sound like a really pompous person.
To be fair,
but
thou art.
if you're somebody that is a RPG writer, okay,
Yep.
and you're offering something that is text,
Yes.
you shouldn't have your page with a lot of typos and things along those lines. So that's the only thing I would say. Otherwise, I'm not interested in this project because I'm not a big RPGer.
No.
I can see
What's-
this being good if you do RPGs or anything like that. Just even if you don't use it directly, just to kind of spark the ideas.
What's
You
sad
know?
is I'm not either, but someday I think I may be.
One
so I
day.
get these for like $5.
It's interesting too that it's the company is Evil Pigeon Games. I mean, isn't that redundant? I mean,
Yeah,
I
right,
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
block-
that's like saying
YouTube rely on that.
that's
now.
like saying annoying goose games. Yeah. Right?
You don't like geese?
Oh my gosh!
Oh my
what?
geese
Whoa.
are devil birds.
I've never met one. So
Really?
You know what, Joey?
where would I meet a goose?
Like
Joey,
in life, in the world, in America?
Today.
I don't know. Everywhere?
Today, I'm sure somewhere within a 50-mile radius of here is a goose. I want you to go meet a goose today.
You need to meet a goose.
Right.
Is this anti-geese thing like
Tom,
really a thing?
we need to road trip.
I'm gonna
we
tell you
have
what.
a van. We're going to find a goose
You
today.
get within 20 feet of a goose, it's going to come at you with wings flapping. It's going to be screaming at you, and it's going to bite you.
100% you will be bitten by
And
a goose today.
geese, the bite of a goose is like a Rottweiler. Their jaws clench. They lock.
Disney
And also-
disagrees with you.
Their teeth are filled with deadly, deadly poison. You're going to get the goose pox.
Okay, it's not that bad, but they are terrible, and they come with those wings
Yeah.
flapping and squawking. Yeah, it's bad.
Geese are horrendous.
Oh, they're terrible. How have you not met a goose? How old are you?
I haven't been to Shivers.
You've never, they don't serve gooses either.
Okay. All
Have
right,
you
we're
not
gonna
been
move
to
on.
a zoo or a farm?
Well, I never.
Or
like,
the woods
you
or
grew
the
up
country?
in Kentucky. What are you talking about?
Geese in Kentucky. Are they?
Oh
No,
my
we're-
gosh. Okay. All right, we're gonna move
The
on.
the mascot of the Kentucky basketball team is a goose. What
evil,
are you talking
evil
about?
Pigeon Games, we apologize. keep on printing. Okay.
Yeah.
52 Realms Adventures. Did you back this?
I almost did. First of all, it's a little expensive. It's like $6. Not made of money or anything. But it's no. I looked through it, and it's interesting. I'm not one that loves to use playing cards to play games.
Agreed.
I
Okay.
think Fliptown is the one exception to that.
Yep.
I think that did it really good.
Yep.
So this one, I'm like, I don't know.
I tend to agree with you. I don't particularly love games where a deck of cards. However,
Uh-oh.
if
Did you back this?
no, but if Postmark and Matthew Dunstan are doing it, it's probably done very well. I'm absolutely interested in this. I'm intrigued by it. I think that this has the potential to be very good.
Like
because
$6 good?
yeah, $6 is good.
Okay.
It's going to cost you a lot more than $6 to get to the ER when you meet that goose later on. So, but yeah, I think this whole line of games that they've done have been very well received, right?
Yeah.
The Postmark thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But
So-
do you know which ones they are?
They did the sailing one.
The Aquamarine, that's the one I
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
lot.
I
yeah.
reviewed that koala one on the channel here.
You did or have?
And
Or
then
going to?
waypoints.
I
Yeah.
You did?
I did.
Okay, so you do know Postmark. That's all you
Right.
had to say. You didn't have to make me
$6
click.
You know I'm going to review it.
All of these have been well received.
Did you get reimbursed?
I did not.
Submit an expense report?
Yeah. Don't bother. Right. Now, to be clear, I would not play this game with you because
Got
it
it.
involves a deck of cards, and midway through the game, I'd have mine torn in half, and
And restored.
right.
Yeah.
With your signature still on.
It also looks like you have to place them specific places and keep
Yeah.
a clean playing
Yeah.
area,
Right.
which is also a no-go for Joey. So,
I do have a message.
It also you would have to play it, which is also a no-go
Right.
for Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
So-
hardest part of these.
oh, I like this. No printer. Print shop
Oh, they're
station
saying if you don't have a printer.
Was there an app?
No.
Oh,
They're
it's
saying
like, here's
you
a
can
list
go
of-
to Kinko's, get it laminated,
Oh.
and yeah.
Oh, if you don't have one, here are places you can get access to one. Okay,
Got
I thought
it,
it was like,
okay.
hey, you can use it on your, because that's one thing I like with print and plays, is just to get the PDF and put it on my iPad, and then
Right.
use the Apple Pencil.
So what I would have done
So-
though to be more kind of like realistic is I'd say no printer. Go to your buddy's house.
There, yes.
Right. Hey, do you mind if I print
Apply
off
to the
something
dice
really
tower.
quick? 100 copies.
Work, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have a job?
Yeah. All right. Next up, Cthulhu Death May Die, Forbidden Reaches.
Yeah.
This was a journey for me.
This one, go ahead.
Well, you and I both really like Cthulhu Death May Die.
Very
What
much.
is your?
I love it.
Okay, so we
Yeah.
all love the game.
It's in my top 10, and I think it's
Mine too.
It's
yeah.
top 10.
It's
I think
definitely
it's pretty
top
close.
10. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
11.
top 10 for me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Somebody
so,
double check
so
me.
we all love the system.
Yes, very much.
I am slightly concerned that we're reaching a saturation point because I already have so much content. Now, the hook is Godzilla, right?
Right, this
Which
is-
is amazing. But you
Yes.
know what? I'm not paying $300 for the
To
Godzilla
get that.
figure and the one scenario.
Yeah.
So, for me, this is one that I would, if I'm going to back this, it's going to be the core box.
But this is
Yeah.
also not the original. You cannot get the base and like the old stuff with this. I don't think.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yeah,
didn't
I
see it in
think
there.
so.
It's in there. Yeah, it's in there.
Add-ons. I don't want add-ons. I want pledges.
Oh, original
No, you
campaign.
do-
Here you go.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
can get it?
Yeah.
Original campaign season
You
1
can
and
get
2.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing that concerns me is I still have not gotten my 3 and 4
Yeah.
pledge. And so it's me for
Ah!
it's empty. So for me, like you're talking about that saturation of content,
Yeah.
I've played season 1, season 2. I really love it. I'm excited for 3 and 4, and I'm still waiting for 3 and 4. You know, if I had played it and I'd been to that point where it's like, all right, I'm already making headway on this. Let me plan for the future. But at this point, it's like I'm already planning for the future and I don't have it in my hands yet. And so I struggle with that, not like having that outstanding pledge for the exact same game.
Yeah. Yeah. Tom just asked Mike Heller in the chat if he gets the Godzilla app, will he paint it? I'm assuming Mike will say yes, but Mike, I'm going to give you a different shipping address to return it.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Also, I wasn't asked to paint it.
Well,
Oh,
you
he's
got
acting like a goose.
he
Tom is a
implied
goose.
you suck.
To be fair, I'm not a very good painter. Mike is better than me. But
I'll paint it.
no one asked you.
Cabela, you're back in.
I'm back
Yeah.
in.
Godzilla,
Hey!
Godzilla's going to have
Hey!
a coffee wash.
Those big eyes.
It's going to smell like Robitussin for the next. Joey's drinking Robitussin coffee today. That's what that was referencing.
Yeah.
It's
All of that
disgusting.
aside, some of these new elder ones look really creepy.
do.
Like, I mean, I just love this system, right?
I do
just
too.
love this system.
And I was late to it, which I feel I still want to get it. Wow, are those like the twins from The Shining?
I think so.
Anna
yeah.
and Belle.
Yeah.
Well, the twins in The Shining
I know.
were boys.
Oh, no. Oh.
They were girls.
The twins in The
little boys.
Shining
I were
were
girls.
Girls,
I
yeah.
thought so.
Yeah. Anyway,
I've also
I
never
don't
seen the
care.
movie. Don't trust me.
Red rum. They, if you go into the stretch goals, the ones that have already been unlocked,
yeah.
they've got some
Let
really
me-
interesting real world characters.
Getting that.
in
You
there.
know what?
They've
I'm just
got-
going to make you dizzy. There we go.
So they've got like Boris Karloff in
What?
there. Yeah, they've got Zelda Fitzgerald.
Oh, rats in the walls. That's so scary.
Yeah. Cab Calloway.
Come on.
So I mean, yeah.
I don't
It's-
know any of those.
Cab
references.
Calloway is the guy. Heidi, 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 hey.
That's not how.
Hody, 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 ho.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Thought that was Hootie.
No, that's right. I'm sorry. It's not Dua Lipa. So I mean,
It was one time I knew that song. One
Sabrina Carpenter. Anyway, so I'm intrigued by some of these.
Yeah.
Some of these people that have already been unlocked. So
Faust?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
anyway.
Looks really
So that's
good.
Cthulhu, Death May Die, Forbidden Realms. I think
I would
on
say
the bo-
realms.
Am I at the top? Reaches.
Reaches.
Joey.
Nice job, Joey.
Jeez.
Seriously.
You knew what it was, and you didn't let
Wow.
us know.
Wow.
Oops.
Where's Z? Is it too late to sub? All right. Valhalla Gaming Retreat 2025.
Yeah.
This is very interesting and very expensive.
We've covered this before in previous years.
Okay.
And it's in Utah, which can be a very picturesque and beautiful location.
It probably looks exactly like this.
more than likely.
No filter.
And
Hashtag.
it's primarily wargaming.
Yes.
So it's a wargamers retreat.
No, it's not.
It's not, though.
I said it's not. I didn't say it's. I didn't say it's primarily a wargaming convention. I said it's primarily wargaming, and it's a wargaming retreat, meaning
Got it.
that you can play Warhammer in the environs of the snowy Utah mountains.
It's like in May, though.
In the
I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is.
I don't know when it is either.
I thought it was. Let's
Anyway,
see.
whenever it is, it's
April.
probably going to be a beautiful location.
It will
And
be.
if
Oh,
you
yeah,
are
spring.
into wargaming and you want to kind of do that glamping lifestyle where you've got this beautiful they have private rooms, and then they also have the kind of shared those right there.
The drop pods,
hostel.
the hostel
The thing
living,
is,
yeah.
In America, and this is funny, I won't take too long on this, but in America, the word hostel has a very real connotation.
Because one movie.
Right. But no, not necessarily, because that was set in Europe, wasn't it?
Hostel.
But wasn't that
Oh, was
set in
it?
Europe?
I
Yeah,
watched- I
I
was
think it
allowed to.
was. In Europe, though, actually, who was I talking to that told? Anyway, they don't have that same necessarily reputation that they have in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. When I hear hostel, I think, okay, this is where you go when you stumbled across a quarter and you have, not
Right.
where you got a backpack and you've been wandering around the country.
Yeah.
So
This is where
but-
you sleep with all your
Yeah.
goods.
This
zipped up
doesn't
in
look like a
coat.
hostel to me.
No.
No. So I think this is an interesting concept where they have this big, massive cabin, right, for the whole weekend or week, and you're really just paying for your room. Where
Right.
do you want to stay?
And
Giving you
catered
access.
food.
And catered
Oh, is
food.
it?
Okay, I did miss that the food was involved.
That's
yes.
good.
Included, and that makes more sense because just to attend is $800.
$800.
$800 just to attend, but if that includes food,
That includes food.
You can buy
Okay.
like 6 Warhammer minis for that.
But then here, for one of these, what they're calling the drop pods, I do $1,400.
Yeah. Drop pod sounds much cooler than bunk bed.
It does.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Airborne drop
Yeah,
pod.
Yeah, it means you're up in the
That-
air.
that means the top
the
bunk.
top bunk.
Oh,
Because the bottom
whoa.
bunk is the grounded
No.
drop
Yeah.
pod.
No, I roll too much for the top one.
You're grounded.
Yeah.
You get it's the same price. Interesting. Oh, but they have to have, you have this many or this many. That's
right.
hilarious.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoa.
Your own room.
That's insane.
$3,800. But how
Yeah.
long is the convention? How many days
2
is that?
days.
2
I'm
days?
just kidding.
No, you don't know.
It's got to be a week, right?
Let's see. Surely. April 20th, 25th. So 5 days, 4 nights, 5
I don't
days.
think that's outrageous to have your
No,
own
I guess
room,
so.
catered food.
Catered food too.
In a
Hopefully you
nice
like
place.
everything.
You could
I
pay.
assume more than one person was that for.
It's
Yeah,
a-
you could. Well, yeah,
It
those
sleeps
rooms.
up to 2.
It's because they have king beds. One of the rooms has king beds and a sleep out, king bed
Okay.
and a sleep out, or
Okay.
pull
Okay.
out couch.
So I wonder, does that also include 2 people get to come if it sleeps 2? So that's better. That's
I think you still have to pay
For the
the $800 for the other person. Would be my guess. That'd be my guess. Look, 2
Yikes.
people are eating. Two
Yeah.
people are
2
eating.
people are eating. I guess so. You are right. You right. Okay, well, that's Valhalla Gaming
Wow.
Treat. I think this is a really neat idea.
It's cool.
Me too.
Tom Bassel, that's pretty cool. Tom, I like that idea.
She's saying she wants to go to the
Hint.
Valhalla Gaming Retreat.
Somebody just became a war gamer.
I'd pay half if you send her there.
And I will buy you a goose.
Camilla's going to bring the cozy to wargaming.
All right, Tales of Arabian Nights 40th Anniversary Edition. Joey.
I have.
I assume not you. I don't know.
Indeed. Nah.
All right.
No, I played the new one of this. I have not played this one actually, and I want to. But you guys have, right?
No.
I've
They've
never played
reworked
it.
this in solo.
No.
And I played, I think, Arthurian Nights, which is based on this.
Mm-hmm.
But this theme, I think, grabs me more. And I read through a lot of they've updated it some, added a solo mode, which doesn't interest me that much. But new artwork. It's got acrylics, just like that in the back end.
I do like that. Mm.
So I don't know, I like these story-driven games. The problem is the other one I ended up being 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
But it was one of those, while playing it, I did not realize the time had passed. Afterwards, we're like, wow, it's 4
you
hours.
had fallen asleep? It was that bad.
Well,
it's-
if it's 3 or 4 hours, but if you think about an RPG session, which
Yeah.
is the
Right.
closest thing to
That's-
just this story-driven experience.
Right.
And
You
it
know,
really
that's not that
is.
bad.
It really is about the story. Like, well, I want to try this. I want to do this because everyone has their own story.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoyed. I would like to see this.
So I have not played any version of this game. If I were, I would definitely try this because it sounds like they've smoothed off
Right.
some of the rough edges. My only question is that what I heard about people that even acknowledge that the first game probably is not a great game, but it's a great experience because it's so
Yeah.
wacky and so many crazy stories
Yes.
can happen. As long as they keep that kind of spirit in this, then I'd be, pretty happy to try it.
I think that's the thing is you need to know that going into it. And I haven't played it, and knowing that I'm intrigued to play. I know some people hate it. They're like, it's so random, and it's nothing but story. I'm like, okay, but if I know that, if I
Yeah.
know I'm not sitting down to play a Euro game or a party game or something like that, you're sitting down to play an experience, a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I'm like, Yeah, I'd definitely try that.
If
I'll
you
play with you,
go-
Joey.
See?
You have to back it though.
Oof. Fine. No, it looks good. I don't think they've redone the passages. I think it's just better artwork, better
It said they
components.
added new paragraphs.
Did they?
Oh,
Yeah,
they
so it
added
says,
paragraphs.
They did change some stuff, modernize it a bit, I think. So
Where was that? What's new? What's new in this edition? Hold on, it's a big
Yeah, that's a
tab
nice
right here.
little thing they do, actually.
Broader
Yeah.
appeal, new place of power cards, new encounters and paragraphs.
Okay,
There
good.
it
So
is.
they have
There
changed.
you go.
Which after 40 years, you probably need to.
I think they said they included 200 paragraphs. So
Wow.
Maybe it says 2 hours, so maybe we played at the back.
I thought they did mention in here that it was going to be shorter too. It's like a shorter
that's a
experience.
good
So we'll
thing
see.
then.
maybe they read really slowly.
Maybe.
They probably
Ooh,
did.
foreteller.
You are now a
Next.
frog.
Nova Roma, the international edition. Now, Nova Roma was just on my top 10 yesterday. So it's made my top 10 of last year.
Wow.
I really, really like this game.
I think we
this
should
is
state at the beginning.
Yes.
For anyone in North America, do not apply.
Right, that's where I was going to go. I was
Yeah.
like, this was so exciting when I saw it. And I was
Right.
like, no, it is the Queen edition, and they still don't have the rights for the North. Is it just North America, or is it
believe
all
it-
of America's?
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe.
I don't know.
You can see if it goes to
Let's
South
see.
America, but it definitely would cover the United States because that's
Right.
25th century right now.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Do we
this
have
is.
a comment. No. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm not seeing where it ships to. I definitely saw it
So,
when I was
well,
looking.
Yeah,
at it.
it,
So,
it says
anyway.
it at the I think at the bottom under shipping or what have you. But
Okay. But yeah, so
what I like
it's not
about
available.
this is they also do a nice thing of they compare.
Yes.
What's the differences between the editions?
Let me see.
And
Are there big
what is
differences?
difference? There are some different. Okay, so one is aesthetic. They have more unique illustrations for the character cards. They would repeat illustrations there. The biggest difference to me is right here, how they redid the player board, because the weakest UI or component part of the 25th century and Half a Kingdom, which is Stan's company, is the way that the resources worked. It was kind of fiddly, not the best way. Here you've got very distinct tracks. It's easy to keep track of your resources. The meeples, I think that the multicolor ones look really nice, but they are stickers,
Yeah.
so there's pros and cons to that to
Oh,
me.
so
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, they changed one of the player colors. They changed pink to green. They went
Okay.
from cardboard to wood.
this was interesting though. But for the first player,
Yeah,
they
they
went
went
from
the other
wood
way
to
around.
cardboard. I thought that was really interesting.
And this is another one I think is nicer, is that they went from cards for the building and shipping to thick cardboard tiles, which is nice. I don't care about the Emperor
I am a
artwork.
big fan
Yeah.
of the original Emperor. So we all know there's like some
Yeah.
alien Romulus going on.
But
Yeah.
the game is great. The bottom
It
line
really
is,
is.
if
I do
this
wanna
is
play
in
it.
your region and you have not played Nova Roma, it's a really, really solid
I know that's
game.
Yeah,
Stan
it is.
Gronowski, which I like a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's asking in the chat, is this the cover that Z said he liked better? It
Yes.
is. I do feel like I'm in the minority of preferring this cover.
I don't have a strong opinion.
Yeah, but that is the one that, to answer your question, yes, that's the one Z prefers. All right. Next up, Board and Dice Accessories. So these are going to be deluxe components and Paladin sleeves, but for specific games, as you see right here. Minos, Barcelona, Windmill Valley, Nucleum, and then the sleeves as
sleeves.
well.
This is a neat idea.
I really like this
I-
idea.
Yeah,
like
if
this.
is
these
good.
games are in your favorites,
Yeah.
this is a really nice way to just be like, boom.
Done.
And if you've played these games before and don't own it, they've also said, hey, you can get the game and everything in a bundle price.
Yeah.
So
And
it's nice.
I love them going back and supporting their own
Yes.
games like this because it gives me, I guess, more confidence in getting something at retail and then knowing that this upgrade pack will be later. I'm more a fan of this than, do you want the regular version or the deluxe version? Because then if I buy the deluxe and I don't like it, I spent too much money. If I get the regular, I don't have a way to upgrade it, so then I have to buy it twice if I want the deluxe, and that's always such a difficult decision for me. So I love this model and idea here of having these upgraded packs and supporting the games that they've already produced.
I hope more places do this because it is nice, like you say, to buy retail if you like it, upgrade. Like Flamecraft, I was able to buy the upgraded stuff for that later.
Right.
This is great.
And
I
honestly,
mean,
I'm pretty sure you get more money out of me because the deluxe one is just
Right.
like $20 more, whereas this is gonna be like $30. Fine.
exactly. But then you also don't waste your purchase. Like this one, Nucleum has grown on me since I played it the first time. So I think that's.
I still haven't played Nucleum. I need to play it.
It's good. Do you like brass?
Yeah, I like brass. Yeah, I don't play it much anymore.
Then you're gonna make that same face at Nucleum.
Okay.
Okay. 90 microns. I do like that's a little. That's.
It's not a game.
Sorry, I'm looking at the sleeves, Paladin sleeves.
Yeah, the other thing, the only other little thing I'll note about this is that I think that they were, I guess, consumer friendly is the right word, in that it's not one price for all of these upgrades.
Right.
So basically, they could have easily said $60 for each of these packs.
Yeah.
But some of them have more components than the other ones. So those are the ones that are getting charged, a bit more.
Yeah.
So it feels like, okay, they're not just going to pick some number and it's worth it and some you're way overpaying.
Well, and then they're not unnecessarily throwing stuff in just to make that price look like it's, kind of justified. And I'm a big fan of these. I don't know these ones specifically, but just Folded Space in general.
I agree.
Just getting a game to the table quick is
and not adding that much weight.
fantastic.
Right.
Next to none. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The Waste of Parts by Sky Kingdom Games. So it's going to be a cooperative game.
This one I'm excited. Again, I like the gritty style.
Yep.
This is like you've got this, I guess it's like a scavenger vessel, and you go through and you're kind of like battling to keep your ship. These guys did Isofarian Guard, which I still have not played.
Oh, okay. I didn't put that together.
And I'm excited to try Isofarian Guard. People love it. But this one just looks, I like the artwork on this. I like just the way it progresses. You upgrade, but then you get louder, so you draw more of these creatures towards you as you upgrade. I don't know. I like the gritty look of this.
It seems somewhere between
I'm sorry. I can't tell you the last time I heard the word gritty.
I've used it 6 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we're
Unless
counting,
someone
yeah.
is doing a touchdown dance, and that's a different
or
spelling.
playing Fortnite.
My calendar
right?
this morning said gritty. When I flipped it, it's like, I will use that word.
I'm going to tell you
You have
what.
a
If you
calendar?
had,
That's the most
if
impressive
you
part of
had
that sentence.
Joey Says Gritty on your bingo card, you won several hours ago.
Yes, you did.
But
Also,
Gorgeable.
if you happen to be, right, if you happen to be someone that thinks this game looks good and the Orange Nebula game we talked about looks good, they've got a cross promotion going on. So this comes with a promo pack for the Orange Nebula game, and the Orange Nebula game comes with a promo pack for this game.
Oh, I didn't see they did too.
Yeah. It's both
that's
ways.
pretty neat.
So that's kind of neat if
That's
you happen to
interesting.
like both of these games or interested in both of these games.
This one kind of reminded me of games where, like the spaceship games, Spark Riders 3000 or something like that.
Yes,
Where
yes.
things are going wrong in the ship and you're running around and trying to fix it.
Yep.
But also kind of a zombicide where you want to not make noise and you want to go in and you're fighting off and just trying to kind of survive and get an objective done. So it reminded me enough of games that I like, but seems very different from all those games at the same time, which was intriguing.
Yeah, Spark Riders, I didn't think of that. That is what it seems like as far as, I like that.
Yeah, the spaceship is falling apart, or Nemesis, something like that, where
Yes.
it's like things are going wrong and you have to go fix it and maintain it. So
It's not a bad price for this either. I think it's
$129.
for their deluxe, I guess.
Let's see, $129. The regular one's $89.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
bad. That's not bad. It
Really
is
good.
an interesting looking game.
For a Kickstarter
I don't
one,
know
yeah.
that I love the cover, but who cares? I mean, that's not that big of a
It's
deal.
a very busy cover.
It's-
oh,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
it's
I
back.
broke it.
Yeah, it's just there's almost
a
too
lot
much
of-
going on. It just kind of morphs into a blob. for
Yeah.
me,
Some
but
would call
agree.
that, what's the word?
Gorgeable.
Gritty.
gritty.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this game I
excited
would
about this.
definitely take a look at, and I'm not sure. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but I would definitely give it a shot.
I'm very intrigued by this.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
All right,
do you
let's
fly with
see.
those wings?
Speaking of big games here and
They just
interesting
lean
ones.
into it.
Yeah, Enormity. That's what we are.
$1,000.
Okay, but also standalone sessions that are going to be played in about an hour.
yes.
And it says, so this is from the company that brought,
Do you believe that?
Oh,
See,
let
that's
me
what I'm
believe
saying.
it.
I'm saying that
Let
they're-
me believe it.
I'm saying they're saying it's that you can do it, but to me, this is a game that is really about the campaigns.
It
These
is.
big,
I bet so.
huge, long campaigns.
But again, give me that option, and it
Sure.
does right out of the box. I
Yeah, yeah.
really like that. So it's from the people that brought Aeon Trespass Odyssey,
Right.
and that was such a neat game. Some unique combat, unique exploration, an amazing world that they
Great
created.
stories.
So fantastic. It was just a fantastic game, fantastic experience, and I really enjoyed that campaign. But at some point, you get into it, and you're like, you know what? it takes too long to set up, too long to take down. It's a lifestyle kind of game. This seems to kind of address those. It says 5 minutes to set up, so I'm going to guess it's 20. And they say an hour to play. I'm going to guess an hour and a half. I'm okay with all of
90,
that.
I think.
Okay,
So, yeah.
something like that. So it's like I'm okay with all of that.
Yeah. I love the sci-fi horror thing. I mean, it worked
I do
well
too.
in Nemesis, and there are other games actually that have done that I've liked. So the theme is cool. I don't know.
Yes.
Also, I looked at the different pledges on this. They had the deep space, I think they called it, but it's pretty expensive. It still does not
Yeah.
include everything. When it goes in the checkboxes, there's like
There's still a lot of
5
other
or 6
add-ons,
expansions
yeah.
that aren't there.
Right.
There is 100. Oh, so you're talking about this is like they're
And that's not
all
everything.
in
That's not
kind of,
everything,
but it's
yeah.
not all in.
It's not all
It's
in.
not
There's
okay.
expansions.
Interesting.
So I don't know. I again, like Aeon Trespass, I liked it, but it had a lot of, it could use streamlined. You know, but the story was one I wanted to just go and
Yeah.
just read the story. Look at this.
It's one that I agree with you, and this in writing is addressing all the issues I had with Aeon Trespass Odyssey. So if it comes to fruition what they're promising here, then I'm 100% back this.
Well, it's making 800,000, and it's number 1 or 2 on the hotness list right now.
Really?
in BGG. So obviously people are very, very interested in this
Yeah.
game.
Did you
Oh,
see
looks
all the
so
stuff
good.
that's not included in that big pledge?
It's true.
I did not.
Look,
Yeah.
okay,
On the right, yeah. it's like-
Okay.
then keep going, and then all of these are not in that. So that if you want
Yeah.
everything, if you're one of those guys,
Yeah, you're dropping some serious
and that's
money.
before you play it.
How
you
is
know?
that?
Also, though, it's like, who's going to play all those things?
Right, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other thing.
That- I don't know. I am a fan of that. Actually, I would rather something like this and then cherry pick. I'm not a big fan of all ins because I
Yeah.
feel like then I get the game and
That's
I'm
true.
very overwhelmed by it.
You're
I'm
playing.
like,
You're paying for stuff you're never going to use.
have
right?
better
Exactly.
self-control than-
Exactly. Well, thank you, Joey.
I do.
That's the nicest thing you've said. It's only nice.
Here's a goose.
All right. Next up, Planepita.
This
And yes, it has a T in it
No.
because it tells you how to. It's like how to
You-
pronounce
you
it.
pronounce-
Planepita.
Right, but it
Nope. It says there's a T. Nope. I read it.
is it?
This is the newest edition of a flicking game that's been out for a number of years from Japan. What you see is what you get, basically. Although I think the magnet thing is new, and so
That's interesting.
Yeah, the idea is that you've got these little spaceships, and it's like Crokinole, basically, right? Where you've got 3 scoring areas on that board. You're flicking your disc, trying to knock others out and put yourself in the higher scoring positions, but you can also flick it or flip it upside down so that the magnet now is, kind of activated, and it makes it harder to flick, but also harder to knock off, type of a thing.
Because it's now magnetized to the
Right,
board. That magnet.
right.
Yeah.
So I've seen this for years. I've wanted to play it. I've never had a chance to play it. No one I knew ever had a copy of it. So, but I think it's cool. I think it's a neat little. I think you look at this page, right away whether it's something you're interested or you're not interested.
I definitely am too. I think this looks
I
really
am.
neat. I also want a giant version. I think this would be a really cool one for like Dice Tower East to play it, put in the dexterity.
East,
if like
definitely,
you
yeah.
had like Crokinole sized, I think this would
Yeah.
be so
Keep
fun.
your pacemakers away from it.
Yeah, right.
But it is one of those, you watch the little GIF and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, that's I like Crokinole. I've got the board, but getting that out, clearing the table, it's like it's a pain. This is neat. It seems
Yeah.
very manageable.
This
you know?
It
seems cool.
does, yeah.
And I like that magnet idea of like strategically when are you going to do that? Make them harder to flick, but also
Okay,
harder
the magnet
to move.
is not new, apparently. Cool.
Okay.
It's in Crokinole.
Oh, pretty good. Oh, okay.
oh,
Spoilers.
Whoa,
Spoilers.
we're not there yet.
That is all of our
Load
board
your
game
roll.
projects for the week. Yeah, that's all our board game projects for the week. So let's go to some fun ones because we don't have anything else, right? Okay. Woo! Smooth and on out. Now I
And
can't
that's
click.
how you transition.
MEZOPEN. I see you looking at me. I love this so much. I want one.
I love fidget stuff.
Okay, my only gripe with this is the click because I love fidgets,
Oh,
but I
people kill you?
don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I look up from my desk and it's like 3 people just death staring me. I'm like, oh, I was doing it's a little
So
too loud.
let's explain quickly how this pen
Oh,
works, right? Okay,
beautifully.
so
Oh, no.
You see the pen right there.
Yeah.
That means the pen
Play that
is
video.
disengaged.
And you
right?
see it's
so
closed.
You can't write with it.
No,
it's closed.
you can't.
Right?
It's closed.
Here it comes.
Cool. You
Yeah.
close it. You can even snap the two ends magnetized to each other.
Yeah.
You've got this nice little package.
got
And
me
then
so
if you
far.
want to engage the pen, you connect them together.
Done.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Done.
That
Yeah.
is awesome.
I love it. Woo.
Also, you're going to lose the top of that pen in about 12 minutes. And now
No.
you've got a pen
No.
that is worthless, baby.
No, 'cause you can
Walk
get
around
the
your room.
Worthless pen.
Because you also buy the little caps that you can get
Oh,
for
you
it.
buy the
You
caps.
just buy the extra little caps and keep those in your
Because if
junk
there's one
drawer.
thing I want in my pens is buying extra things so I don't lose the pen.
No, you just walk around the room like this,
there. Yeah.
looking for it. It'll eventually come to you.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how magnets work. They find each
Wow.
other. They-
That is this guy. Wow, look at it. Hey, buddy.
I want this.
Need a pen?
Also, apparently,
Anyone got a pen?
apparently
I'm
my,
here.
apparently my joke is not true because it looks like if you lose the top, you can press the top of the pen and it works.
Oh man.
I hate this pen.
I love it. I want one. I
it's-
want one so bad. I didn't even look at the price. I
I
got
love
so
it.
It's
excited
cool.
about it.
I think it would be fun.
I
If I
want
had
this.
one, I would definitely be playing with it.
$43? Ooh, do I get to choose my
No,
color?
you're not a super early bird. You got.
I'm not. I am. I can be.
Can you? Is there's still
I
super
can.
early birds? Oh,
Yep.
How many
Oh.
are left?
You're on the Dice Tower count. Just
It
back
doesn't
a couple
say.
of them.
That's right.
I don't think there are. Go
Wait.
down to the bottom where it says if you can buy it or not.
It says right there, pledge. It's still clickable.
Well,
see?
it's because
Air
you're-
tag.
I can't see it because you're
Oh,
looking
you
on
can't.
your
Oh, my
screen.
bad. I'm showing you guys something you can't
Okay.
see. See?
All right. It looks like you can still
See, I
pledge
can-
for it.
I can pledge you
That's a
right
good
there.
sign if it's almost over and there's
okay.
still super
Okay, come on. There's
super early
1,000
birds.
backers for it.
I think
Come on.
America and the rest of the world has realized that this pen is functionally
Well,
gritty.
joke's
I've
on
got
you.
a
It's from the
little-
UK, not America. So,
Fair enough. It's also doing quite well.
I've had this fidget pill that I use for. It's like I like to
Yes.
have those. Yes, yeah.
I have it in my car. Drives people nuts in road trips. I'm like,
I do it if it's felt on it, so it's not as
Yeah.
loud. Because I'll sit there, click, 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 and
Yep.
you look over and people are.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't need all these fancy things. I've been doing fidget stuff my whole life. It's called cuticles. It's called. I mean, I don't need fancy equipment.
Yes,
I can
you
chew on my lips. I can chew on my fingers.
Oh gosh. Yep. I love this. I think it was supposed to be funny, but it was not. It was.
No, I mean it's not.
It's
I don't think it's supposed to be
Instaback.
funny. It's
If it was not
making
$40, I would have one.
$200,000 almost.
It's $100 shipping.
Oh, what if we split one? I get the top, you get the bottom.
As fun as pen can get. Well, I'd like to know the studies that prove that, but okay.
This or a Mont Blanc. This one.
Epic castles. The Sandmasons Kit.
Uh-huh.
So this is. I did instantly seeing this. Went to see if it was STLs. Like, are they
And?
wanting me to
Oh,
print
yeah,
this, or
yeah.
is it by? It's not.
Oh.
You get the physical product.
If
So
you-
first off, kudos.
You build those things and then build. First of all, I went to one of those. Have you been to those sandcastle competitions?
They're so good.
I quit ever making anything
Yeah.
after that.
It's
Like,
amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, they don't have these either. They do it.
No.
Yeah, it's like,
Shockingly.
Wow.
yeah, it's incredible. I mean,
It's really cool. They have one up in St. Pete that I like to go to.
would kids still like this? Because I know as a kid would be like all about it. Kids would.
Kids would like this, sure.
Don't work very well.
They stink. They're garbage.
Hard to get the sand out of them.
You've
without
used this?
smashing.
Or something like it.
Yeah. 'cause
Oh.
you keep hitting on the top, or like the sand gets stuck.
They
in there.
break
But
out.
no, these break apart. So you take the sides off. So you open it up and you take it off the side. You don't have to get the sand out of it. That's part of the appeal.
They connect with
Immediately.
they
Yeah.
connect with Velcro, Tom.
You can actually.
Can you imagine
so
Velcro?
let's see if it right there. You see that? So the sides, they all snap together. You fill it, and then it comes off.
Oh,
Tom
Oh, Jimmy would.
game changer.
Oh, he's going to the.
Tom's back in.
That's so good.
All right, Tom
Look,
needs to
you
go
can combine
re-record his
them.
pick of the week.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got to tell you, this is good for the people that want to cheat. Right? This is good for
That
the people
is.
Okay.
that want people to walk
Okay,
by.
all
That
right,
want
all
people
right,
to walk
Snob,
by
okay.
and
He
go,
wants
oh,
to- no.
this is so impressive that you did that on your own without any plastic
You're just
help.
holding one.
Let me
Oh.
take a picture. Can
Mike
you
is
get in
so
the picture so the
pretentious
artist
today.
can be in the picture?
I would just hold a shovel.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Jeez.
I prefer to build my sandcastles with my own two hands without
When is the last time
the
you built a
assistance
sandcastle?
of plastic devices
No.
and or trellises.
All right,
look,
we need a picture of your sandcastle by the end of the day.
I tell you what, you find me a beach with a goose on it, as Joey and I are going, And I'm going to create a sandcastle that will attract all the geese.
I would do this.
Oh,
and
it
stand
does
next
need
to
us
them.
too. This project needs us.
Oh, it really hasn't hit
Oh.
the
It
wall?
needs all of you
Wow.
out there.
Wow.
89% is, it's 25 days to go. There's plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty of time.
Okay.
I think I do. Well, does it deliver before summer? That's a huge deal. Although summer is different depending on what part of the world
you
you're in.
talking about any
answer is
any
yes,
month but
depending on
January?
where in the world you
yeah,
are.
okay.
All
I
right.
think we'll get it by summer.
All right.
Folding bucket.
Let's see here.
That
What does it
exists.
say? It says
Folding
June.
bucket, i.e. bag. Oh, the 3D
my
printed
gosh,
sidecar.
this is ridiculous.
Let me tell you something, Joey. I don't know if you're like me, but what I enjoy is when I'm going out on the open road, especially maybe here in southern Miami, southern Florida, whatever. I like the
Also
idea
southern
that the
Miami.
only thing between me and the road
PLA.
is filaments.
Yeah, especially the way they drive down here.
When I
Whoa.
scrolled down, I saw somebody printed a small one. I said,
Yeah.
okay, good. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, it did take me
Also,
on a journey. I
Look
took
at
a
the
long
original-
time to
look
find
at the
out.
original drawing, okay?
Uh-huh,
Go ahead.
uh-huh,
Not
uh-huh.
that one.
No.
That one.
Yep.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm confident. I'm confident. I trust that drawing is
That
going to keep me safe.
Yeah. I'm not surprised this one's not funded.
First thing the police officer would say when he pulls you over, just nope.
Yeah, 'cause I do like that you also have to back the whole kit, like the whole electric kit, to hook up the tail
Now,
lights.
also, let me ask you this. Have I heard correctly that if you have 3D printed items and it's a hot day and perhaps you leave it in your car,
Perhaps.
they melt?
They
yeah,
do.
my sunglass holder.
They warp.
My sunglasses and my holder are now one.
Oh.
So this
a
will.
happy union.
So I'm thinking, hey, on a hot day on hot asphalt,
I'm sinking into my seat. It's okay. No, I'm really sinking into
that's
my
right.
seat.
No, really.
You're going to get a whole new use for the word gritty if you're going to be doing that. Because you're going to be dragging asphalt pretty quickly in a hot day.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about it, Tom. It's fine. He said asphalt.
I wasn't even trying, but yeah, I wasn't even really trying to be. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying. I mean, remember when they had those the Yugos? Are you guys?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yugo?
The disposable
The
cars.
disposable car.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like we've got the Yugo sidecars. now.
Even
This
a
was-
rock could go through that and be shrapnel.
Right.
I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, would you actually have to wear a helmet? Because then it's like, I'm a big proponent for like a helmet on
You
a
have to wear a
motorcycle.
helmet anyway.
I'll
man.
print you
Not
a
down
helmet.
here, but here I'm just like, no, if I get in a
That's
wreck.
all- a 3D
I'm like-
printed helmet.
Yeah, right. And so I'm like, I think if you're in this, the helmet's a moot point.
What could-
Yeah.
It's not funding, right?
It is not, sadly.
Okay.
It could be. Or we could get pens and
Yes.
sandcastles.
Also, gosh, just the amount of printing
Oh.
and assembly, and
Right.
you're not a mechanic,
Yeah.
and you're trusting your or your friend's life.
The Kickstarter.
But I think he does print it for you at least.
Oh.
And for the
Oh.
price of $3,000, you have to send him your dimensions of your motorcycle so he can adapt.
I wonder
the
how
print.
much an actual sidecar
Do we need to know
created
the answer
by
to this?
engineers.
Well, first of all, Google the 50s.
Google
Sidecar
cheap
cost.
sidecar.
Oh, God.
no.
No, close to us.
Close to us. I
No,
don't
I'm just
know.
kidding. Oh,
No,
whoa,
no,
is
no.
that
Oh,
nine?
look at that.
Google geese close to us.
$9.49.
Okay, yeah.
not
don't,
bad.
Don't get that, guys. Just
Yeah.
say no. All right. Qwikmates stay together
This
socks.
right here.
I got to tell you, folks, if there's one thing that I am not interested in,
It's keeping your socks.
it is handling, maneuvering, and getting my hands all over nasty, sweaty socks at the end of the day. I like the notion because it is
Yeah.
true that there is some alternative universe that all of the socks go
That's
to.
true.
Well, especially, I don't do patterns because
Right.
you never get those two patterns clean at the same time.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
But the method it takes to actually make this work is like you're twisting socks,
Oh,
you're
it's
putting it through a
insane.
tiny little loop. There's a lot of manipulation of dirty socks is what I'm getting at
Yeah.
here, right? You're manipulating dirty socks.
I think if they're tall, it's not. I mean, you could just do it on the top. I don't think.
Let's show the
How
clip.
dirty are your
Let's go to the
Let's
clip.
watch the movie.
Let's go to the clip.
Oops.
There was a GIF later down.
Do we want to watch the whole movie where she
No, I really
is
don't.
eaten by
I really
the laundry
no.
machine?
Let's go down to the clips. The
Oh
animated.
my
the
goodness!
actual
How did I not
clips.
watch this movie?
Why didn't you watch this?
This is incredible.
Also,
saw
look at
Bruce
that.
Campbell
I
in
love
there.
this look right there. That image should just be available for everything.
Yes.
When that lady took that stock photo, she never knew she
She
would
had
be
no
there.
I was going to
idea.
be in a nasty sock commercial.
We need to like.
I'm just saying.
I'm so happy about it.
I just
I'm
do
able
mixed
to do
loads.
so in such a way that I'm not getting up close and
He
personal
wears
with my
gloves.
socks.
When he handles his own laundry.
Here's what I do. You want to know what? Honestly, I'm going to put it out there. I have very clean feet. I've never been once told. I've never been once told that I have foot odor.
Oh.
Right? I don't sweat. My feet.
Polite.
Yeah. It's
My-
not really something
I-
that comes up in conversation.
I've been around people where politeness is
Not a
not their
dating
top
question.
priority.
How
Also,
clean are your feet?
I don't sweat much on my feet. They don't almost never sweat. So the way I tend to remove my socks is I take my shoes off. I use my index toe and my big toe to take the sock off. I have tremendous toe dexterity.
So now they're- they're
I'll
dirty.
then take the sock and I'll lift it with my feet and drop it into the hamper.
You have like monkey feet.
Oh,
Wow.
I've got dexterous feet. You have no idea.
Whoa, we don't need to.
You have no
Nope.
idea.
Nope.
And so
Don't need
I
that
don't
story.
love the idea of handling dirty socks. I'm just
Wow,
saying.
this is fascinating. You do
Also-
all that just to take off your socks.
Correct. Also, scroll down just a touch. Where's the report? I want
would like to see.
how they got that figure.
Yeah, that's
But I also think that's probably accurate.
that's tax dollars at work right there. They
Right.
I know. I'm like,
Right.
I might. My only hang up, I'm not with you. I think this is really cool. I like it because of those different socks that you need to keep together. That's why I went to like just one kind of sock across the board. But I am also a huge sock snob. I want ones that are going to wick well. I want ones
Gotta
that
have
offer
wicking.
support. I want ones like I am a sock snob. I pay too much money for socks, for good socks.
Do you do
so
the
I think
Bombas socks?
I love Bombas socks.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they're really good. Now you got me thinking.
Look at how much hand, like, surface area is involved with those socks, and those are clean.
Here's the thing. I despise folding laundry because I know it's going to end with sock matching. That is such a waste of my life. It's right up there with pumping gas. I despise.
right.
Get the sock matching out of the
matching.
way first.
Listen.
Make that your first thing. Get rid of the stuff that you don't like, and now you just have the pleasant shirt folding.
I
No,
missed the
well,
word
what do you
gritty.
do the shirt folding to
We
get
have
to the
said
socks?
the word
Where do you
sock
put them?
more in this past 10 minutes.
I got to tell you, your method of laundry is frankly shocking.
Well, so is your
very
method
shocking.
of taking off your socks, but I didn't know we were going there. Soulcube. I just want to skip.
This is a Black Mirror episode
This
right
is
here.
Yeah,
Can we just say no and
Well, we
move
don't.
on?
We
Watch the video
No,
on
no,
this.
we
It
don't
gets
have to
worse.
watch
I
the
will
video.
not. I will start
It's
bawling.
very, very sad. It's basically
not
it
even the
starts
same
with
dog.
a little
It's-
girl and her puppy, and
it's
it
Marley and me.
progresses through until
Oh, I
the
fast-forwarded through that.
The girl is now a young lady, and the dog is now perished.
and
basically,
the vet is coming
They
there,
give
all
that- yeah.
sad.
It's
You guys
very-
watched? I skipped to the end where I saw
Yeah.
the dog in the hologram. I didn't watch that Marley and Me stuff.
That's what I say. This is Marley and me, and I'm
No.
like,
Yeah.
nah, you got
And
me
then
once.
The idea is now you've got a hologram to remind you of this past pet. I get the idea of wanting to, prolong the memory. However, it looks to
Stuff
me
it.
like there's no Get it stuffed and in a position where it's rooting in the trash can. Right? Just get your dog doing this and put it on the edge of the trash can, or in a pooping position. Yeah, that's right. Look, this is one way where modern technology has not improved upon the original just taxidermy of your beloved house pet.
Come here.
All right. Can we agree to move on?
Yeah,
We're
let's go.
done. Okay.
Let's go.
The 12-in-1 shampoo also not funding, shockingly.
Let's really make this into reality. Now, one of the top 10 signs that you've got a great project going is to say, this project is not a joke. Let's scroll down.
Yes, right here. If you have to be that clear that early.
Right. This product isn't a joke. It really does 12 different things.
Okay.
You can wash your hair. You can wash your body. And then he apparently says and other things. What does that mean?
Well, he does go into it. It's your car.
Yeah.
Your dishes.
Wash your
your
car.
feet, Mike.
Wash
your feet.
Wash your taxidermy dog. Shaving cream. Basically, what you do is you walk in the shower and you just squirt this over your head, an entire bottle. You don't have to do anything. Your entire body is clean, inside and out.
I think your whole house is clean.
The entire
just
house
by
is
taking
clean.
the shower.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
What I like to do is when guests come over, I like to sanitize my guests. Stand still.
Does it come in sprayable form? That's why he's not. It's got to sound like that.
I put it in a spray bottle is what I do. The viscosity is a problem, but I really keep going and I eventually get it where it
You
needs
buy
to
so
go.
much of this if you wash everything in your life with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be a billionaire.
Where's
Yeah,
the
right.
subscription service?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's completely safe. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
It depends.
Okay.
Is it safe to spray in your eyes? I mean,
Does it clean my eyes?
Does it clean
I
my
need
eyes?
to know this.
Right.
No more tears, 12-in-1.
It's a mouthwash. It's an eye rinse.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's a dessert topping.
And last up, how dirty?
Oh my goodness, this one.
Mike needs these for his socks, apparently.
Keep track of clothes between dirty and clean.
All right, but it is addressing something that we all do and don't talk about, right? How many times can you wear your pants?
Oh, there's a
Well,
smell
to me,
check.
it's jeans.
That's free.
To me, it's jeans, right?
Right, yes,
If I wear like slacks or something, I'm washing them immediately.
Yeah.
Jeans, you can wear many
Jeans and
times.
socks, you can wear several
and underwear.
And underwear, right? Yeah.
right.
Why not?
100%. But the idea is like, hey, you've forgotten. You've forgotten how many times you've worn this shirt. Okay, A, there's a problem there. And B, the solution involves you remembering to move the thing.
Yeah, you got to put it back on.
Right.
Put it back on.
So, problem is memory. Solution, memory.
Yeah.
I fundamentally don't understand this. And again, like you said, the smell test is free, right?
It is.
And
But you
if
have
you
that
have an issue,
experience.
hopefully the loved ones around you will be your smell advisor. Because it says you get used to your own smell. Okay, maybe. You know what you don't get used to? B.O. I
Do you
don't
ever
care
ask,
whose
you
it
don't
is.
ask your wife, will you smell these pants for me?
Right, yeah,
Can
yeah.
I wear these today?
Right. Yeah, I ask her to smell my
Sweetheart.
socks. I get my foot and I go, hey, can you smell these?
Can I wear these again tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, no, generally speaking, I don't think that this is a problem for most people, is remembering.
For me, I do laundry enough that I
Yeah.
just have those pants on the chair he references until I do laundry, and then I'm like, well, I'm doing laundry anyway. Throw the pants in.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I
right.
mean, I do
Also,
laundry once a week. So
do you really want one of these clips on every item of clothing you wear?
Right.
No.
I will say, in to credit to it, it's relatively inexpensive.
Well, it better be.
$12
It
for a
better
three
be.
pack. 3-pack
3-pack.
Wow.
for $12.
So,
Early.
you know,
Joey,
you have to
if
buy
it was an
what?
SDL, would you get it?
Oh, I'd get it. Yeah, if it was STL, I'd get
Okay.
it.
Joey, can you make this by yourself in about 10 minutes?
I could.
Yeah,
dry
I mean,
erase.
come on, it's hilarious. It's hilarious, and also at this point, you've got all of your clothes now are on DEFCON 1, right? And it's like, okay, well, what do I go with here? They all stink at this point. You know what I mean? Maybe just wash some clothes.
Good point. When do you not like? Okay, these have a bit more life in them. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna watch them now.
I'm not seeing any active bacteria growth. I think I'll take it off of the one.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for all the projects today. We do have some picks of the week, 2 of them coming up. So let's check in with Tom and Z.
Hey everybody, Z Garcia here, and my pick of the week was a tough one to settle on because there's a lot of good stuff that is currently funding. And how do you choose between proven things I know I like, and there's more of those things, or reworkings of games I really enjoy, and they're coming out with versions 2.0, brand new ideas? Well, I love that discovery. I love discovering new things that I don't know anything about, and they're completely captivating me. So I'm going with Enormity. This looks like a fantastic sci-fi horror dungeon crawler game. Lots of content. Kind of reminds me of Nemesis a little bit. Kind of gives me that feel of an epic campaign. This looks really cool, and I have not played Into the Unknown's previous game, their big, giant, epic game, but I have heard good things, and I like what they are presenting here, the sort of idea they're putting forward. So this is my pick. Yes, I could have gone with other things I know I'm very likely to enjoy, but this one is the one that sort of I'm crossing my fingers for. That is Enormity, my pick of the week.
All right,
Hey.
just one video. Tom's had some issues on his there, but his pick of the week was Planepita.
Planepita, which is
Planepita.
also the name of a restaurant that needs to be
Next to a college.
incorporated right now. Planepita. Yep.
I do
I
love
would definitely
pitas.
I know, but she insists that it's Planepita.
It says it right here. Look at that. No, it gives me a pronunciation guide. Planepita.
I apologize.
Thank you. I did my homework.
Yes, I thought about this. This is.
This is
Yeah,
cool.
this is a
This
good
is
project.
neat.
I'm
Yeah.
excited about this too.
I'm excited.
That's
about
really cool. What else are you excited about, Joey?
Oh, mine is going to be what's called Waste of Parts.
Oh,
I think just to look.
Oh my
Waste
good
of
parts.
Whoa. Why am I not finding it? That's
And,
Enormity.
it's one
Again-
of the last ones.
I thought so, right? Oh, it's
There we go, yeah.
the waste
The
of
waste
parts.
of-
Okay,
oh,
I mean,
sorry.
come on, jeez.
The waste
Want
of
me to
parts.
find it? Give me the
No,
right
this
title.
one I think
jerk.
the guy knows RPG stuff, and I think you're right. It has a Spark Riders feel of you kind of defending where you are while you're trying to grow. I really like the idea of
Yeah,
this.
this
You know,
was
like,
a very close second for me.
Yeah,
this
it
is a
looks
neat project.
really
I'm
good.
intrigued, but yeah,
I will make you play this, Mike.
Oh, all right. I'll
Look
make,
at that.
I'll make you
That's-
meet
Yeah,
a goose.
that looks so good. I'd eat a goose before I'd pet one. All right.
yeah, that's
What
really
about
good.
you, Mike?
For me, there were a lot of great projects, but I think I'm going to go with the Orange Nebula project. The first is it?
Oh yes.
It was
okay.
There
early,
you go.
wasn't
Oh,
it?
you went past it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh.
Not that
What's
one.
happening? There it
You
is.
guys should
we
tell us
go.
before, like when we're on
The
break.
Swanky
Okay.
Vestige.
Swank.
That's my pick of the week.
Mike
I
likes
already
that
like
swank.
Vindication. I love Unsettled. This looks like a nice, much more approachable. Vindication can be a little bit tough to teach. I'm
That's what I
hoping
heard.
this is going to be an easier teach. And I read the rule. I read the rule book's like 13 pages.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, so
That's
looking
good.
forward to that.
All right, awesome. And then I'm going to go with the last Aurora, Frostlands and Firelands. Gosh, I really love the original game. I'm excited to see what they're revamping it to. I think it's a well put together project as well, where you have options to get into the game, so it's still approachable if you haven't played. But if you are a fan, you can get into it and just upgrade what you have. The combat is definitely controversial. Not controversial, I guess, but very divisive, you know, and I didn't have a problem with it, but I'm excited to see what it's vamped to. It's such a great racing game where you're not just trying to get to the end. You know, you want to build up your car, and so you start with your little car to get there, and then you're adding on, maybe you want some guns on top, or you're picking up a trailer, and so
Really?
you're managing your people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It was
really
interesting though. Right after we did the review, it was you and Z and I think, and I was mentioning I had some issues with the combat. Immediately, next thing I hear, we're revamping the whole combat system.
Oh, Mike.
I don't want to say that A led to B,
Oh, okay. But,
but
it
B
got
came
there.
after A.
Okay.
That's all
Normally
I'm
does.
saying. I want a designer credit.
Will you settle for a copy of the game?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so that's mine. The Last Aurora. I am. And Tom found sound effects.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right, so that's going to do it for Crowdsurfing specifically, but we are still here in the middle of our spectacular.
What's coming up, Camilla?
Oh, we got
we
some
have
big
the World
things
Series of
happening.
Board Gaming here, first of all. So 2 of the champs, Nick and Jonathan, they're going to be joining us for some games today. They're going to have an interview coming up with Tom later today. And then this afternoon, we have a big top 10. Top 10 games of the year, Tom, Mike, and Z.
What?
So a big
It's
one.
today?
That's today.
I better make my list.
You should probably get that.
Okay.
ASAP. Yeah, so lots of good things happening on the Spectacular. Join us here in just a few minutes at 10:30, where we'll kick off the next block with Skyrise.
Skyrise!
So we'll see you there. I'm Camilla.
I'm Joey.
I'm Mike.
Build some sandcastles with your toes.
With your hands, please.
Maybe your toes.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. You can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Bassett.